What do you think is kind of, what would be your advice for someone who's starting out?
Starting out investing or YouTube?
Investing.
Oh, okay, investing. Well, if you're just starting out now, well, I think so I get quite a lot of people that reach out to me, which is like nice. And guys, if you want to reach out to both of us on Instagram, the description is going to be in the description, and I'm probably popping it up here. And feel free to reach out to us at any time, because we want to help you guys. And I would say the first thing that you need to do is, like we said before, is create a budget, because that's literally the baseline. If you loads of investment advisors would say, you need to make sure that you've got like a war chest before you even start investing. Because if I think there's the statistic that I think 84% of people in the UK don't even have like £100 saved up. Any kind of big expense that comes up, they're just completely screwed, which is a terrifying thought. So I would say make sure you have some savings first, and then create a budget. Then whatever that budget is, and once you realize that, okay, this is your free amount of money that you can actually spend, I would say first, when you first start investing, 20% of that you should use to start, because the stock market is very intimidating for people. I've had so many people message me that start investing and then just kind of stop because they're like, oh, the money's like, the market's crashed, or what do I do? So if
What do I do?
yeah, so if you just start off with a small amount and you get used to that, I feel like it's a lot easier to then start, adding more and more over time once you get more used to, things going up. And if you want to invest in Tesla, it'll give you that iron gut real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think another thing is, for some people, maybe the best thing is not to even follow the market. I helped my girlfriend invest, right? I told her how to do it.
That's cool.
And she checks it maybe once every 4 months.
Wow.
I tell her to do it more often, but she checks it every once in 4 months, and she's always like, and she's like, wow, okay, I'm up this much. And I'm like, oh yeah. She's not worried about if the market is going down or if it's going up, whatever.
That is
She just
amazing
has,
advice.
yeah, four companies that she's investing in, and then that's it.
Wow. I wish I could do that. Like, in all honesty, I tell myself, okay, stop checking it every day, but I just always have to. I guess it's part of the YouTube as well, because like I want to be up to date with loads of different companies, understand what's happening. So it's just a habit of mine now to just check it every day. But I don't know, like at this point, like I said in my previous podcast, my portfolio literally swings up and down by like a couple of thousand every day. So it literally means nothing to me at this point. So, yeah.
You got the, icy veins, right?
Yeah. But
another question for you. What do you think is going to happen with the markets? Are you kind of bothered about that at all? Talk about a second crash?
People see, and this is why I'm glad I've been investing for I've been investing for over a year now. And like when I first started investing, people were saying that, oh yeah, crash is coming, or well, literally it did happen. To be fair,
yeah.
But I also looked back in the past, and like there's always analysts will be saying a crash is coming every single year until they're eventually right. So. And at the end of the day, if a crash is coming, when you really get into the spirit of investing, that's a good thing. And this is what I always try to tell people. You wouldn't run away from Tesco's if they suddenly had like a 30% sale. If those are really good companies that fundamentally haven't changed, just because of the fact that the market has crashed, it doesn't really make a difference. At the end of the day, the stock prices are just a reflection of people's perception of the company. It doesn't really have any real telling on the actual underlying of the companies. I think in today's digital age, it's so easy to see each of these companies just as digits on your phone, and you're not really thinking, okay, these are actually separate companies. This is why, like, listening to people like Warren Buffett, who treats each company kind of like a farm, this is an asset, is actually doing something. I think if more people looked at each company that way, they wouldn't care that much about these market movements.